Weddings. The one day in your life that is supposed to be perfect. And because it has to be perfect, it becomes absolutely insane. Americans spend an average of $30,000 on a wedding.
30,000.
For one day.
One day.
That is not a celebration. That is a financial event with a cake. You could put a down payment on a house for $30,000. But instead, you spent it on centerpieces that nobody looked at. A photo booth that everyone forgot about, and a DJ who played September by Earth, Wind & Fire 3 times because someone kept requesting it. Wedding planning takes an average of 12 to 18 months. A year and a half of planning, one day. You could learn a language in 18 months. You could get a degree. You could start a business. Instead, you are on Pinterest at 2 a.m. arguing about whether the napkin should be ivory or cream. Ivory and cream are the same color. I want to be very clear about this. They are the same color. And yet somehow this is a conversation that ruins relationships before the wedding even happens. It starts with the proposal, and in America, the proposal has become its own production. It used to be a private moment, a question, an answer, done. Now you need a plan, a location, a photographer hidden in the bushes, a videographer, a drone. Some people have hired drones.
A drone.
For a proposal. The drone is hovering overhead, capturing the exact moment you get down on one knee while the subject of your affection is squinting into the sky, wondering what that buzzing sound is. She said yes, by the way, not to you, to the drone. She was impressed by the production value. And the ring, the engagement ring. The rule is 2 months' salary. Who made this rule? A jeweler. Obviously a jeweler made this rule. That is not a guideline, Fed. That is a marketing strategy from the 1930s that somehow became a moral obligation. 2 months' salary. I know people who spent 2 months' salary on a ring and then couldn't afford a honeymoon. Congratulations, you are now engaged and broke, which is a great preview of marriage, honestly. Financially accurate from day one. And then the proposal video goes on social media immediately. Before the couple has even stood up, someone is posting it. The man is still on one knee, the woman is still crying. And somewhere a cousin is uploading it with the caption, "She said yes," with 17 heart emojis. The knee hasn't even straightened yet. Privacy is dead. It died at a proposal in Central Park in 2015 and nobody mourned it because there was great footage. The guest list. This is where the first real conflict of married life begins. Before the wedding, during the planning, the guest list is the opening battle. You start with a dream FOP, 50 people, intimate, beautiful, your closest family and friends in one room. 12 of whom are your mother's book club, who she says simply cannot be left out. Your intimate wedding is now a small conference. Politics of the guest list. Who sits where? Who cannot be seated near whom? Who had the incident at the last family gathering? The seating chart is not a chart. It is a diplomatic document. It is a peace treaty with place card. I know a couple who spent 3 weeks on the seating chart. 3 weeks. Moved people around like chess pieces. Consulted family members. Took calls at midnight about whether Uncle Dennis could be trusted near the open bar. You know what takes 3 weeks? A lot of things that are more important than where Dennis sits. Every single person who gets an invitation immediately wants to bring someone. Can I bring my boyfriend? How long have you been dating? 3 weeks. Your boyfriend of 3 weeks is not a +1. He is a variable. Chicken or fish is the most power a stranger has ever had at an event they weren't originally invited to. The ceremony itself, the actual wedding. This is what the whole thing is for. And it lasts, on average, 20 minutes. 20 minutes. You spent 18 months and $30,000 on 20 minutes. Bridesmaids walk in first. Then the flower girl, who has been told exactly what to do and will do something completely different. She will stop in the middle of the aisle. She will wave at someone. She will decide to eat the flower petals. Nobody can stop her. Flower girl's the only honest person at a wedding. Everyone else is performing. She is just living her life, eating petals, waving at grandma. She has it figured out. And the bride walks in and everyone cries. The groom cries, the parents cry, the bridesmaids cry, people who barely know the couple cry. I've seen strangers at outdoor weddings who accidentally walked by and started crying. Something about the dress and the music just activates the tear ducts. And then the officiant says, "Who gives this woman?" And the father says, "Her mother and I." You are giving away a grown adult human being. She has a career, she pays taxes, she has opinions about napkin colors. She does not need to be given. But we say the words because tradition is tradition, and also everyone is already crying, so let's just keep going. Wow. vows. Some couples write their own vows, which is beautiful in theory. In practice, one person writes 3 pages and the other person writes 4 sentences. And now there is an imbalance that the whole audience can feel, but nobody can fix because it is happening in real time at the altar. Thing though, under all the flowers and the seating charts and the drone footage and the cake drama and the best man's 5 minutes of barely managed chaos, 2 people who looked at each other and said, out of everyone, you. For the rest of my life, you. Spend $30,000. Spend $300. Do it in a courthouse with 2 witnesses and a takeout dinner after. The party doesn't make the marriage. The 2 people do. Everything else is just very expensive decoration. Also, keep the open bar. I cannot stress this enough. The open bar is non-negotiable.
For the guests?
For the speeches, congratulations to every couple who made it through the planning and still liked each other at the end of it. That right there is proof the marriage will last. Thank you, good night, and may your DJ never play September more than twice.